whilst the Quest Pro's sound is a step up from the Quest 2, the sound isn't as great as really you kind of hope it should be. The bass is a little bit better, and some of the highs are a little bit less sharp. But overall the sound is better, but still it could be an awful lot better. And I thought and hope this is where these come in, the MetaQuest Pro earpods. Now they're saying these are noise isolating earpods, which is kind of a little bit disingenuous in terms of how they're marketing it. Basically, every earpod is a noise isolating, has noise isolating. That's basically what it is, and that's accomplished through the sort of the rubberized, different sizes of fit that you have. So that's just Meta being trying to market something that's inherent in every earpod, even ones that cost like £3. Now I think it's important for, first of all, to apologize for my voice. I've got a cold, but also to sort of state where I'm coming from in terms of sound. I've got an awful lot of experience with audio. I did my degree, it was in music. I've got I also studied at Berklee College of Music in sound production, ear training, and theory. I've also got a studio certificate from studio production certificate from Berklee College of Music too. I've been involved in sort of music production, and also as an active user and listener of music for many years. I come from being used to very high end gear. Um, I can't show you my desk, but I've got some pretty funky SSL gear on my desk. I don't know whether I can show you. Um, so yeah, there's a cup of coffee, some stuff there. You can't really see that. But yeah, so there's various bits and bobs that I've got that I use for various bits and things, and I've also got a Cyrus hi-fi behind me and an LP12 Lynn Sondex uh, turntable. Anyway, the point I'm making is that I have a good amount of experience with audio equipment, both sort of professional audio equipment and also sort of high-end, mid-range, high-end audio equipment. To that end, these earpods, and you'll see some B-roll footage as I'm doing this. I think the best way to be polite with these, and these are £50, by the way, and I think that's a bit of a con, is that they've basically taken relatively inexpensive earpods and sort of bastardized them by putting two jacks, because you have them plugged in either side. That's the thing that makes them unique. It makes no difference to the sound quality or anything like that. It's just sort of design over function, really. In terms of the sound quality, it is an improvement on what you hear through the sort of external ear speakers, for want of a better description. That's a very sort of Stax reference there, if those of you know headphones. I wouldn't put them anywhere near the the a £50 pair of earpods that you would buy off the shelf from Sony or whoever, anywhere else, because they're all pretty much made the same at that range. The sound quality, I tried Beat Saber, I played Moss 2, games that sort of require sort of punchy that music to be, and sound to be really part of the game. Moss 2 is a good example of that. It's better, you know. I will use them, I will keep them, because it's better than what there is. But I do hope that someone else, and I'm sure they will come out with a much better version of what Meta have produced here. The bass could be a lot more impactful. It's a bit spongy. The high ends are kind of there, and the mid too, but you know, there isn't really a lot to say other than it's an improvement on what's there, but don't expect to be blown away. For instance, when you play in Beat Saber, and of course with that kind of game, it's reliant on strong beats, strong rhythms, rhythms that make you want to move and play the game and progress. And that's kind of what I was hoping, that kind of real thump that you get. The best description I can give of where you get that real sort of sense of thump and power and bass is when on PC VR, I've also got Beat Saber, and I was playing it on, it was one of the last things I played before I sold my Index, and you get this real sense of rhythm and bass and power playing that on the Index, because of the exceptional sort of ear speaker things that they've got. These, yeah, you don't get any power. It's an improvement on what was there before with the internal speakers, but still, there's not sort of, wow, this is great. This is such a night and day experience that I'm getting. So I will be keeping these, but I will most certainly be on the lookout for something much better. One thing that is quite telling is that Meta didn't provide, or don't provide anywhere, as far as I can see, any sort of reference in terms of frequency response or anything like that. So I think that's quite telling. But yeah, I think if you can hold off, it might be worth your while in doing so. But if you're sort of really desperate for an improvement, but not a huge improvement on the current sound, then maybe go for these. But overall, yeah, I would wait. So those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in your comments below. Do you have any pro tips on improving the sound for the Meta Pro? What are you using? Are you using just the standard speakers, or are you doing something different? Let me know below, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.